two, fight!
What's up YouTube, Spencer K here, and I'm here for the video that everyone has probably been dreading for a very long time. Nations 5.0 retirement. A lot of good times on this world, a lot of stuff we haven't seen before. It was something else. There was a lot of firsts in this world, and I'm definitely going to remember it for quite a long time. Probably one of my favorites yet. This one probably is very close to the first one. There's a bunny rabbit down there. Look at him. Look at him hopping around, trying to get him updated. Oh well. But so, I'm going to be going around showing you all the nations, and this world really had a lot. So, I will be posting a picture sometime in the video of who owned what, and all that good stuff. But, for now, I'm going to fly around and actually show you everyone's places. I guess I'll put the picture afterwards while I explain the wars and stuff. That's what I'll probably do. But this is my land. This is by far the biggest area of land owned. You'll see in the end of the video how much I really own, so I won't explain it now. But I had 3 flags, one there, and one there. I had 2 skyscrapers. Not the only 2 skyscrapers, but the only 2, what I'd say, functional, had a purpose skyscraper. That was going to be the UN, and that was a farm. Neither were quite 100% finished, but that one's definitely pretty cool for all survival. And we are in creative now, so I can fly around and show you stuff easier. But I'll show after the video. It is still in survival mode. We're not going to save it. It doesn't save as creative, so exit without savings, boss. I love it. This was going to be a third one. So another thing about my farm tower is I dug it all the way down to the bottom. You can't really see. Oh, okay, yeah, now you can. But yeah, so I put all these floors in, so it really wasn't done. I'm going to get out of here because I don't want to get lost. I'll get lost. That's silly. But my place is pretty big. I'll kind of do a quick fly around. The only area I really had a lot done is from here all the way to Dash's border. All this land has really nothing on it. It's pure empty. But I own all of it. All that's mine. And then I own all this all the way up to right here. This is my border with Dan. So this is Dan's land over here. We'll go ahead and check it out. We'll check out the other half of my land afterwards. We'll loop back around. But this is Dan's land here. It's a fortress. I'm having trouble sprinting. You can see he has a ton of horses over there. He really went all in for horses. And he's definitely got a fortress. This is the world power. I was second world power over there, but me and him were blood allies. So that's kind of why our border is like this and why we're so chill. He had a lot. It was truly incredible. I really liked what he had here. It was probably the coolest thing besides that skyscraper. I really like that skyscraper. I've never completed something like that in survival mode. And then we're going to go ahead and loop around over here to Cool Guy's land. And my chunks are loading a bit slower than normal. But then again, I've never been in creative, so maybe it's normal. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of fast fly there. Cool Guy has a really cool house. I love it. He's trying to make a model of his real life house. I don't know how exact it is compared to his real life house, but it really looks nice. I really like the driveway. Looks cool. This is something that we don't see all too often in nations when people spend a lot of time and a lot of effort on their house. It's usually all military like me, and it's just cool to see this. So props to Cool Guy because I love it. It looks dope. He owns this island and he owns this. And a little fun fact I'll kind of explain in the end of the video, but Cool Guy's first nation thing is called Coolifornia. And the little area of land I'm pointing to right there, it kind of looks like the state of California. That's what I really liked because he actually owned it. So that was just kind of a neat little Easter egg I noticed in game. And I guess it's a little small remake of California. Like, bam, there's Southern California, come up here, Northern California. I just like that. But besides that, we go straight into Oregon's land. Here's Oregon's land. You can see there's a lot of griefing. I'll explain why, but he was one of the probably 3 people centered in most battles and stuff like that. Maybe 4, I don't know. Top 2 for sure. Probably number 1. I said 4, 3, 2, and 1. So he was caught up in a lot of stuff is the bottom line. I'll go into detail at the end of the video. Over here we have Money's land. He's probably less. He didn't get a ton done. Well, Celts is probably behind him. He didn't get a ton done. He did almost get in a really big argument with Oregon over here. But he did manage to take off when he did start. This is his place. Doesn't have too much. It's just got a cave system with some stuff in it. Nothing too much. Any secret stuff I don't know about for anyone, by the way. So Yeah, over here we got a... What is this? Oh, okay, this was Oregon's tree farm, but then money claimed this and that. Okay, so I'll go into all that at the end of the video. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and loop up to Dawson's Land. And wherever it is, right here. So this is Dawson's Land. Dawson didn't get on all too much. Nations 4 was really his prime Nations world. He loved it, and he didn't really want to switch. To my knowledge, he didn't want to switch. So coming onto this world, he didn't get a lot done. I know he has a secret chest with diamonds and stuff, but his main priority was making this all nice looking, square and flat. And he did do a good job. He only gets on every other week, and when he did get on, he didn't really want to do a lot. Jens, on the other hand, you can see, kind of took off. He's getting quite a bit done, and he really did a great job at designing buildings. I really like Jens' place here. Too bad I didn't visit it as much. It's really probably the best natural looking place, because the building, it doesn't look like a city like mine. It's not square like that. It's not all griefed, and it's not a fortress. So I really like this. It really fits in with the environment. Good job to you, Jens. I really like it. I just kind of saw this new stuff now. All the treehouse over there. I like that. That's cool. Over here we have Kettle or Celts and treehouse. I have not seen anything Celts has. This is all new to me, actually. I'll be honest. He's got a nice little treehouse, I guess. Same with Dawson. He didn't get on all too much. Maybe he got griefed or something. I don't know. Maybe he has a chest somewhere else or he's holding it. Okay, he's kind of got a border going. Celts and Dawson didn't get on all too much. Jens didn't either, but Jens somehow just took off with his time. But these is the trio, the good friends, three musketeers, and they mess around with each other. But if you messed with one, you'd mess with all the nations. So they kind of had a blood alliance. I don't think they'd admit it, but I'm pretty sure they did. And they weren't war hungry either, like most of us other players are. So props to them. They did good. Hopefully we'll see them again in Nations 6.0 whenever that happens. Over here we have Dash. This is probably the second guy caught up in the most events. There's been a lot of videos of him. Not because he's been in a lot of wars and stuff, just because he borders me and I was the only one recording Nations 5.0. So when you border someone that records and has built like 14 guard towers, you're probably going to get caught up in some action and stuff. He is probably the smallest nation, yet he's doing alright. He was rocking and rolling. He had to go for Christmas break, but he had a flag going, he had a farm tower going. He was just on a roll just until he had to go, and then it just stopped, and then it retired. But alright, so this is going to be the other half of my land over here. You can see that's where I started. This is Raven's colony right here. Really nice. I really like how it works with the guard towers. You got guard towers and you have Raven's colony just straight into the colony. Nice house, works with the landscape. He's going for a little tower. I don't know what the purpose was. He built a nice little bridge, tree farm, all that stuff. I really like his place. It's cool. Right over here next to him is Kaiser's colony. Kaiser didn't get on all too much. I think he had battery or controller issues, so he couldn't get on. But he was rocking and rolling too. I was really the nation to not mess with in the beginning. I think we were ahead of Dan, the world power. We were ahead of everyone probably combined there for a while, because it was just me, Kaiser, Ravens, just bam, bam, bam. We're kicking butt, taking names, getting stuff done. Then Kaiser had issues and Ravens kind of slowed down, and then we fell to second. But I was able to keep us in first or second for the most part, which is pretty cool. Here's that flag I was talking about, more guard towers. Dash hated these guard towers. I thought it was hilarious. But other than that, guys, that is basically everything we did on Nations. I did finally finish the entire border, which was pretty cool, of my land. I didn't think I would. I did definitely own a lot. I was kind of worried that other people would call me out and be like, you have more than you can handle. And it's not that, but I was really close to it. Like, if I would stop getting on and stuff, I probably would have to give up a lot of land. And I did, but not that much. That made no sense. But guys, other than that, I'll see you in the next part that'll actually explain the wars and whatever happened in Nations. So, see you there. Alright guys, I'm back here for the second part, basically the world relations. Before I begin, you can see how much land I own. I was kind of a land whore. I did split it up with my two colonies, Kaiser and Ravens, so it wasn't all directly mine. I was kind of building on it for guard towers and stuff. But okay, that's what I was trying to say back then. World ranking wise, final results, that'll all be in the description, from rank 1 to rank you suck, pretty much. No, I'm kidding about the you suck, but, or am I? That'll all be in the description, all that super detail, because I don't know it all off the top of my head. I'm basically gonna quick share with you relations and stuff and wars and all that great stuff that you guys probably only care about Nations 4 if you care. It all started off day 1 or so because I had some diamonds in one of my mines go missing, and it happened that I saw Dash mining near that. I saw Dash mining in my land. I'm like, hey, get out, hey, get out, hey, get out, because I knew I had a lot of good stuff down there. When I finally got a Fortune 3 and I decided to go down there, it was gone, and I was pissed. Ravens and Kaiser said, no, man, I hadn't been mining down there. And Dash said, oh, you know, I wasn't mining in that cave, and I was just immediately pissed at him. Along with my diamonds going missing and me suspecting Dash of doing it, a lot of stuff from Nations 4.0 carried over from my citizens Kaiser, Ravens, and myself, and then Dash also carried a lot over. So it started off terrible right off the bat. It was like everyone's like, oh god, it's gonna be a world war in day 2. Like it was day 2, and everyone's like, gosh, war. Yeah, so it did not start out that great. Over time, my relations with Dash got better. I'll explain why in a second. A few days later, I had Ravens 40 diamonds go missing. He had 40 diamonds that I got Fortune 3 in his mines, and all of them went missing. And I wasn't on when they went missing, neither was he, neither was Kaiser, but I can't remember who exactly. I think it was Money and Dan that told me they saw Oregon on Raven's land that night when I wasn't on. And I was like, oh my gosh, guys, okay, that's war. And so before Oregon got back on, I was like talking to every other nation. I was like, alright, if I go to war, are you going to be on my side, or are you going to be an enemy? And I was expecting some people to back him up, which no one did. It was completely, everyone chose, like, I want to be on Doc's side. So I didn't immediately attack him because I knew that'd be kind of messed up. I decided to investigate. No one came forward for either diamond accent, which really made me mad. Dash was absolutely convinced, though, that Oregon took all my diamonds, and he felt that so strongly that Dash kind of started a Cold War with Oregon to get better relations with me. Dash griefed Oregon several times. The biggest one was right before he left Christmas break. He just destroyed everything. When Oregon got back on, he's like on his way to go destroy everything of Dash's, and I'm like, Oregon, stop, okay? I'm tired of all this stealing stuff while people's not online, and I'm tired of people griefing while they're not online. It's got to stop. It's stupid. It's childish. And so that's what happened, and Oregon's like, alright, fine, I'll wait for Dash to get on, and then Dash would get his world rocked. But sadly, Nations never reopened, so Dash kind of won there, and Oregon's probably still mad at Dash, and I don't blame him. But that's kind of what happened. Something I did miss is in between the me and Dash thing and the Dash and Oregon thing was Dash versus Dan. I think Dash was trespassing on Dan's land, and that was kind of fresh in everyone's mind that there's a bunch going on. And so Dan went to war after repeatedly telling him to get off. And I did get a video of that. It was kind of funny. Dash got his world rocked. I thought it was great. But the only other major thing was that Money, the orange guy, he almost had a war with Oregon, kind of saved by Dash. If you think about it, everyone was kind of mad at Dash for past worlds and had a bad reputation. But he really did help a lot of people. He kind of kept Celts, Dawson, and Jens out of situations. He kept Money out of situations. He kept me out of situations. He probably kept Dan out of situations too. And we didn't realize it until now when I think about it. Money's small island was just the left part. It wasn't that right part bordering Oregon. And Oregon kind of owned that entire swamp. Even the part that Money owns now. And Money's all like, well, geez, he took everything. And Money has a small land. It doesn't look that big, because it's really not. He's probably got the smallest land before his expansion. And so he expanded, and he actually mined down part of Oregon's border and replaced it with his own. And I'm sure Oregon was pissed, but he couldn't worry about that because at the same time, when when Oregon was off, Dash came over and griefed him. So he's kind of a double whammy. And it just so happened Dash's griefing overshadowed Money's invasion, I'd call it. And so I think he focused more on Dash. And so Oregon really took the bullet this world, unlike Dash, who took the bullet in Nations 4.0. I guess it changes every other time. Like Vinyl's taken the bullet before, Dash has taken the bullet. Everyone's kind of had the bullet at some point in time. But other than that, guys, that kind of sums up Nations. Like I said, all the good stuff will be in the description on who ranked in what position. Hopefully you like this Photoshop. That was like my first Photoshop attempt. I like it. It looks kind of cool. But other than that, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see Nation 6.0 sometime, tell me what you want to see. Maybe you want to join, hit me up, that'd be cool. I want to see a lot of new faces. In the description there will be also a lot of records set. Like this was the first time we had a different host. First time I wasn't World Power at the end. A lot of cool stuff, so check out the description for all that good stuff. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.